If you watched my videos the last couple of days about equal pay or pay equity and came away from it thinking, well, that actually excludes a lot of gender-based wage discrimination, you'd be exactly right. So I'm gonna go over a third option today, which is the human rights angle. And I'm gonna do that by talking about a case study. Back in 2022, there was a landmark Court of Appeal decision that was a big, much deserved win for midwives in this province. So it started back in the 1990s when the Ontario government decided to pair the compensation of midwives with entry-level physicians at community health clinics. And the government continued that all the way up until 2010 when they all of a sudden decided to pull the plug on pairing the two groups together. That caused an increase in the wage gap from a mere $3,000 to over $100,000. So the Ontario Midwives Association took the government to the Human Rights Tribunal, and that worked its way all the way up to the Court of Appeal. And the Court of Appeal sided with the midwives and found that the government's decision to pull the plug on pairing the two groups' wages, causing that wage gap, was discrimination on the basis of sex or gender. So there are a few things to take away for you as an employee from this case. Now, the first is that the Ontario Midwives Association didn't have an option of going the equal pay route because this wasn't a case of these female midwives being paid less than male midwives, for instance. They also didn't have the option of going the pay equity route because midwives are mostly independent contractors. They're not employees, which are covered by the Pay Equity Act. So the Human Rights Tribunal is much broader in jurisdiction. They cover independent contractors and employees, and they're not bound by all these legal requirements for establishing an equal pay violation or a pay equity violation. What you have to prove as an applicant at the Human Rights Tribunal is that the decision to pay you unfairly was tainted by discrimination against your sex or gender.